Welcome to Conversation with Zaki Baruti, with your host, Zaki Baruti. And like always, I want to give a shout out to my biological family. What's happening? To the Universal African Peoples Organization family, what's going on? And to New Life Evangelistic Center family, headed by Reverend Rice. Keep up the great work, and a shout out to our amazing cameraman, Bob. On that note, we'll have another great show because we have a brother all the way from the continent of Africa who's been living here in the United States for a period of time. And he's the president of the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce. And I'm speaking none other than Freud Musani. I hope yes. Musani.
Musano.
Musano.
Yes,
Forgive me for messing up the name.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So again, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Whenever I begin all my shows, I like for my audience to know a little bit about the personal life of the person I'm interviewing. So for wherever you want the thousands of people to know about Brother Freud, would you please share the background info?
Oh, yeah. So, yes, of course, my name is Freud. I come from a pretty much large family for a family, compared to a family like in America. I was about 4 kids. I come from a family of 7 siblings, so we're 8 kids.
Well, see, I got you beat. I came from a family of 10.
Oh, 10.
Siblings.
You beat me on that one.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I came from, so I have 4 sisters and 3 brothers. And I'm kind of like they're like the middle child. So, so I came to the United States in the fall of 2017. And I've lived almost the whole time in Kansas City. Because when I was Googling, trying to find out where the best place to start, Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas were probably one of the top 3 cities to start when someone was starting a family. So my wife and I, of course, yes, her niece was living here. So that's how we started our life in Musani. So I've been there since 2007. The 4th 2007.
2007.
So we're 18 years now.
Now, going back to Zambia, where you grew up actually in Zambia, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Yes.
And what city? I know the capital is Lusaka, if my memory serves me right?
Yes, Lusaka is the capital. Yes. So I was born and raised there. My parents were civil servants. My dad passed in 2005. My mom still lives there. So it's been a journey. Raising all those 8 kids was not so. Now to see us, living in different places and to see life the way it is. I mean, it's just amazing.
Okay. One other question about growing up. So with your other siblings, are they all back in Zambia, or they had also migrated to other countries too?
Yeah, so I have two siblings that are not living in Zambia, so that makes the 3 of us. So, but everybody else is still back in Zambia.
In Zambia, okay then. Now, how have your experience living here in the United States has been? And you say since
2007, yes. So, of course, there was that cultural shock. That was the first thing. And, of course, Zambia is in the tropics, so the snow, like what today. Living in the teens, having the snow, I mean, it was just a whole different world. I mean, that was the biggest shock to me because, like I said, I came in the fall. And the first night that I actually spent here in the United States, I was looking at the sun in the window. I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty sunny outside. And then I come outside because in the fall, and then I'm just hit with this cold air. I'm like, oh, I thought it was supposed to be a little warm. That was a little shock. And then 2 months later, then you have the snow. So that was the biggest, probably I would say the biggest shock. And of course, yes.
So that's the first time you saw snow?
Yes. I'd never lived in any place where there was snow. So that was a shock to me. Yeah. I used to think that, the cold weather in Zambia, which is normally like in June, July, May, June, July, I was cold. I mean, I could complain, but once I came here, I can never complain. Every time I go to Zambia, I say it's cold. I just look at people.
So, what would be the coldest, basically, temperature in Zambia throughout the year? How low would the temperature get in Fahrenheit?
Probably like upper 40s, or probably somewhere lower 40s. That would be like cold.
Oh,
yes.
Okay then. All right. Sometime I wonder, living here, I say, I'm retired. I come out and move out and have a year-round warmth.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I made mention that you are also president of the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long have you been serving in that capacity? But before then, what is actually the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce?
Okay, so it's an organization that we formed, which we call a platform for doing business between the United States, basically the United States and Zambia, because looking at the business potential and the trade potential between the two countries is big, but we thought it was not being utilized fully, especially that there's markets in both countries. I know there are people who want some of the things that products that come from Zambia, and of course the U.S. as well as Zambia needs some of the products that come from the United States. So it's a two-way business venture where actually somebody you have customers on both ends. So we decided to create this platform, and especially with the diaspora Zambians. There's always remittances that are sent to a country, which is kind of, I would say, significant to the GDP of the country. So we just want to make sure that those remittances are actually bringing significant development in Zambia, helping out in so many areas, not just helping out family members, but also to create jobs and also to create a platform where things can be seen that are tangible. And apart from that, we also want to see U.S. businesses that have been here doing a bunch of other things, that they can also take part in their open businesses in Zambia, the same ones, just interface with Zambia. So
now going back to Zambia, in terms of the kinds of just the natural resources that they have that may be able to, be traded here in the United States. I wanted to explore that on the other side of the break.
Do you have any idea how many people are having to sleep outside? Yes, viewers of the Zaki Baruti Show, you are being called into action at this time. Your help is urgently needed here at the New Life Evangelistic Center. Our teams are going out every day, and we need your prayers. We need your gifts here because we receive no city, state, or federal dollars. How many times I have to personally run to the store in order to just buy meat and bread? People could be making sandwiches and bringing them to the doors here at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. They could be buying cases of water and bringing them here so we can get these out to the homeless people. 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. They could write out those checks and send them in because we have to buy this. They're depending upon us. And not only that, they get bus tickets, hundreds and even thousands of bus tickets distributed to so many people who need transportation assistance. We can't do it without each and every one of you. It's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You give online at nlecstl.org. Your prayers are urgently needed at this time. Come on, and you watch the Zaki Baruti Show. You hear about the various issues. Now it's important that we respond to those issues by helping so many people that have fallen through the safety nets in spite of the promises of the politicians. So many people are hurting right now. They're out there. They don't know where to go. What are they doing? I don't see hardly anything in St. Louis County, Jefferson County, St. Francis County. I can mention county after county, Madison County, St. Clair County. They want to ship them to St. Louis. St. Louis can't take care of all the problems. But we got to get all these other counties involved. In the meantime, we got to get your church involved. We need you. I've got a book I've written that if you'd like a copy of that, it's called The Case for Compassion. We'll be happy to share that with you if you request it. When you send in your gift to New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org. It's called The Case for Compassion, citing over 2,000 Bible verses that are used throughout the Scriptures, and yet we don't hear about this. I preach like we should. You can get a copy for your minister. But let's get our churches involved. Let's reach out. Let's help those that Jesus referred to. The least of these, after you've done to them, you've done it unto him. Let's help them right now. Please get involved. Call us at 314-421-3020 or share that much needed gift at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org.
Welcome back to Conversation with Zaki Baruti. In studio with me is Freud Musani, who's with the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce. And on the other side of the break, I was getting ready to get into what are some of the major natural resources, shall I say, that Zambia have that maybe the United States may be interested in and that could benefit the economy of Zambia. But before we do that question, I failed to explain to our audience, what does diaspora mean?
Diaspora, talking about like, I don't want to give you the actual definition, but what I can tell you is that we're talking about people born in Zambia or any other country, but living elsewhere. So that's my
people of African descent, basically moving wherever we are in the United States, in the islands, and what have you. Okay, then. Now, going back to my question, which I was, what are the natural resources that's very abundant in Zambia? First of all,
okay. So you're talking about land for different economic activities. So, share like agriculture now. There's a big emphasis on agriculture because most of the land is not being utilized, which would produce a lot more, not just for food, but also for export, and also supporting the processing industry and many other industries that come from there. For example, if you have fields of cotton and that you are growing, obviously that's going to translate into fabrics, and fabrics you talk about making garments. So, and also talking about processing, like for example, if we grow corn, a lot of things that can come out of corn, and of course also supports other industries, like talking about feed for the say for the livestock industry and all those stuff. So I would basically say that agriculture, those are those resources, and of course the mineral wealth, because the biggest exporter for Zambia, which has been since its independence or before the independence days, is actually copper. So one of the, I don't know the statistics now, but I think we were the second or third largest producer of copper in Africa. So, but don't quote me on those numbers. I haven't checked those, but it's one of those big producers of copper. And also not just copper, we also have cobalt and many other minerals that are of essential use. Now, recently, we also found out that there's also some lithium, which is a very, very important resource for making batteries. You know that there's a lot of emphasis on renewable energy, and we make lithium batteries, so that resource is there. So there are so many others that that we actually can get from there.
Now, in terms of a little history on Zambia, Zambia it's in the southern part of Africa.
Yes, it is.
And is it landlocked, or is it?
Yeah, so it's landlocked, just like Missouri. I would say I was born in a landlocked country, then I come in a landlocked state. So just like in the center of in the center of Africa, in the southern part. So we have about 8 neighboring countries. So I wouldn't say landlocked, but those are actual opportunities. Now we have access to 8 other countries that have access to the sea on both ends.
Okay.
So that puts us in a better location that some other countries do not have.
And the population is somewhat sparse compared to a lot of other countries in Africa. Am I correct?
Yes. So I believe the last census, I think, we're just over 20 million.
20 million
people. Yes. So, and looking at the size of the country, I mean, it's vast. So,
right.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of land for being cultivated in terms of the farming and the products, as you just said.
Yes.
So with that said, then, and imports and exports are always fascinating me. I've delved into it. What products are needed in Zambia? I mean, so Zambia it's a two-way thing, shipping products here, as you say, kind of like copper and other natural resources. What are some of the basic needs of the country of Zambia as far as products coming from the United States?
Okay, so right now there's a big emphasis on, like I mentioned, on renewable energy, because last two seasons ago, because normally what we have, like your spring, which when you have rain coming in. Our what we call a rain season in Zambia starts around November, going into I believe around March. So that's when you have all that water that goes into the rivers, used for irrigation, for groundwater, and also for producing electricity. So,
Wait a minute, let me stop you. Now, on rainy season, is it like raining almost every day, or how that work?
Almost every day. So actually, we're in the middle of it right now as we speak.
Oh, wow. And that's from what, 1 month?
Normally it starts around towards the end of November, going into probably around March, around April, March.
Okay then. Okay, going back to those products, what are needed in Zambia then?
So now what we need actually products that are actually used to generate renewable energy. So talking about solar panels, and of course I talked about lithium, but we need good lithium batteries with good warranties, because that has been an issue. And I was talking about the rain season. So 85%, about 85% of electricity in Zambia is actually produced from it's like hydroelectricity. So the rivers have got to flow for us to produce that electricity. So because of the drought that we had 2 years ago, so now we're talking about a situation where we can only produce so much, and now have to do imports. And when we're importing electricity, that's a lot, and that's what supports the industries that we have. Especially like manufacturing, all those. So everything, most of the things slow down. People who want to run small businesses, restaurants, barber shops, all those things, they had to reschedule most of the time, because they could only get sometimes up to 4 hours of electricity. So, but now with this, now there's a turnaround this year, and we hope that by the middle of hopefully by the middle of this year, we'll go back to normal. But that's for us, it's something that we shouldn't be depending upon too much, and that's why now the emphasis is on renewable energy.
Okay then. So with that said, we got to take another break.
Have you gotten your copy of the New Life Soul Free Paper, the latest edition, coming alive in 2025? There is so much in this paper. The fantastic opportunity for you to help feed the hungry by making sandwiches. The various outreaches of the New Life Evangelistic Center, whether it's in Springfield, Missouri, where so many things are happening, or New Bloomfield, Missouri, or St. Louis. So many inspirational articles right here in this latest issue, the New Life Soul Free Paper. It's so easy for you to get a copy. Just call us at 314-421-3020, or you can write me, Larry Rice, at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166, and ask for a free subscription. It comes out every 2 months, and each edition has something new and powerful in it, like Praying with Power, Christ's Comforts in the Storms of Life. The inspirational writings go on and on, will help you be built in your faith. Jesus, a Troublemaker, Caring for All of Creation. These are just a few things in this issue. Call us, 314-421-3020, nlecstl.org.
New Life Evangelistic Center wants you to join us for our events. We have a variety of different kinds of events that happen throughout the year here at New Life Evangelistic Center, and you're invited to all of them. We have special faith promise and fundraising dinners that we definitely want you to be a part of. Here you'll learn more about our staff, you'll learn more about all the different things that are going on at New Life, and you'll also be inspired by what God is doing by building His kingdom through this incredible ministry. You don't want to miss these dinners. We also have special fundraising events like a walkathon. And we have another event where we will spend a night out with the homeless. This is a very special event, and we don't want you to miss it. We also have unique events where we serve homeless men and women and equip them with the things that they need to survive. These events happen throughout the year, and especially during Christmas or Thanksgiving. Here we serve meals, we serve tracts, and we preach the gospel with our words and with our actions. We definitely want you to participate with that as we seek to interact with people who are experiencing homelessness. For all of these kinds of events, we need volunteers. So you can learn more about our events by going to nlecstl.org/events. Or you can call us at 314-421-3020 to learn about our closest event. I definitely recommend that you get involved in your community by partnering with us here at New Life Evangelistic Center.
Welcome back to Conversation with Zaki Baruti. In studio with me is Brother Freud Musani, who's with the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce, and he's promoting business exchange between manufacturers and companies here with people of Zambia. Now, in terms of, have your Chamber of Commerce reached out to like the United States Chamber of Commerce? Because I know there's a United States Chamber of Commerce, I believe.
Yes, we've written to a number of chambers of commerce. Actually, we also have the local ones that will be engaging soon. I wouldn't, because I haven't received the letters yet, I wouldn't mention them, but we've already written letters to them. I believe some of them have already received some of them, probably they're being processed, but we have written for the, well, about in Kansas City, about three or four chambers of commerce that we wrote to, but also wrote to the United States Chamber of Commerce as well. So for see how they can collaborate with that, with us.
So have you gotten any responses back yet?
Yes, we have, but in terms of, we just sent those recently, actually, after we put everything in place. So, yeah, so some of them have, but some of them haven't.
So at this present time, right now, what has been the level of trade between the two countries?
Most of the data is actually gotten from the government. We're talking about probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, or millions of dollars in between. So that's on the mostly on the government side, like bilateral. But in terms of the other things, that there are certain areas that I don't think they are being recorded properly, because people bring stuff just in between. But I wouldn't put a number to it, because there's so many websites have different numbers. So it just depends who's doing the study. So yeah. So but you talk about at least in the hundreds of millions of dollars right now. Yeah.
So most times when you think of trade going back and forth, what is the potential of small businesses? Say a small business here in this country dealing with some small business in Zambia. I mean, explain the potential there.
Okay, so the potential is there. So I've been talking to a lot of business owners here, especially because most of these chambers of commerce actually they do not serve the big, because the biggest, I believe, the United States the biggest employers are small businesses. So some of these chambers of commerce don't save the interest, most of the interest. Some of them do. They do save part of the interest, but not all the interest of these small businesses. So one of the reasons why I even had to form the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce, because our emphasis also on small businesses, especially women and youth-led businesses. Why? Because we saw that there was that gap, that they were not being saved fully. So what we have done is the small businesses, what we encourage, especially businesses that were United States businesses, is actually to franchise and also business matching. Well, by franchising, I say, because I know when people talk about going to set up business in Zambia, like I talked about the cultural shock. So some people have never been to Africa, and of course the adjustment will not be easy. So what we encourage is that instead of you having to move there and set up a business, you can just franchise, and then people buy from, and then you get your royalties from there. You don't have to move there until you're ready. Yeah.
In fact, another how, I always encourage people of African descent to make sure they set their foot on the continent of Africa. Yes. And there are some places that is very popular for, especially Black Americans visiting there, like Ghana, South Africa, and etc. So is Zambia in the tourist business, basically? Is that a good place to visit, would you say?
Yes. So,
and I'm planning on visiting anyway myself, but go ahead.
We'll be waiting for that. We'll be honored. We'll be honored to have you come to Zambia. So, yes. So, one of the things that we will talk about resources, the other thing that you know about Zambia is that they'll tell you the biggest asset is the people. You see, also there are places that we've been to, and I believe you've gone to a number of places. I know you have, and you see that people don't receive you in the way that you thought you'd be received. But that's one thing that I can say I'm proud about because at least we do receive visitors in a very welcoming manner. That not just you having to go there as tourists, go and see the many tourist attractions that we have in the country, but also a place that you can invest and also raise a family if, and also you want to move over there. So I would say in a nutshell that yes, we are tourism friendly, and that's one of the emphasis that the government has put in the recent years to emphasize on. Yesterday I was just looking at the numbers of number of tourists that are coming. I think close to about 500,000. If I believe so, that's what I read. So yeah, so 500,000 just this past year. So yeah.
Okay then. Well, we got to take our last break.
God loves a cheerful giver. Even though things are really tough right now, you can make a difference in the lives of so many. New Life has been doing this work for 50 years, and we have seen God's gracious goodness through people like you who have participated in this work. There are so many people who are suffering. More people are becoming homeless for the first time with the rising costs of inflation and food and housing and so many other commodities. We need help. You can make a difference today in the lives of so many by giving your tax-deductible gift to P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. Or go to newlifeevangelisticcenter.org or call to get involved in this incredible work.
Is fear grabbing you as you hear of world events, the ever-growing crisis in the Middle East, wars and rumors of war? Is fear destroying your life? You can begin to live right now. You can rise up in the middle of such a time like this, exercising your faith in the reality that God loves you. He sent His Son who took your sins upon Himself. He died on that cross. He rose from the dead. Yes, accept that hope that is yours, both now and for all eternity, by calling on the name of the Lord.
Welcome back to Conversation with Zaki Baruti, and in studio with me just for a few more minutes, Brother Freud Musani with the Zambia Diaspora Chamber of Commerce. We're going to have a couple more minutes. If you had a direct message to whoever is listening, what would be that message as it relates to Zambia?
I would say come to Zambia. We got a lot of things that you're going to like. Like I'm saying, if you want to franchise your business, you want to go into global, this is your time. This is your chamber. This is a platform that will help you, will run you through, will help you going through all the weeds of setting up business and also doing your investment and also take care of that investment. And for some of you who don't want to go into running your business day to day, of course, there's the component of investment. You can invest in these small businesses and you don't have anything to worry about. So.
Now, if anybody wanted to be in contact with you, that say that they want to do that, how would they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so you have a website, so you can contact us on our website, which is www.zdcc.org, or you also can send us an email on contact@zdcc.org. You can also call us on our number, which is 816-352-7094. You can also visit us at our office, which is 5135 Marion Drive in Shawnee, Kansas, United States.
One more time for the phone number.
Okay, the phone number is 816-352-7094.
7094. Okay, then. Now, one last question for you. In your travels, have you visited other African countries? How many countries have you visited in Africa yourself?
Yes, yes, I've been to South Africa. Of course, because of my travel, because there's no direct flight to Zambia. So I would say yes, a visit because I did go out, go and see. I've been to Kenya. I've been to I've been to Zimbabwe, I've been to Tanzania. So,
okay. Yes. Well, I got you beat. I've been to about 11 countries.
11 countries. Oh, well, you beat me then. I should be doing more travel then. But you are international, so obviously you're going to beat me on that. But I'm right there. I'm following your footsteps.
All right, and you got me a flight to Zambia.
Yes,
I got to be there. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be honored to have you in Zambia.
Well, on that note, I truly appreciate you being with me.
Thank you, Zaki.
And to my audience, of course, we always encourage everybody. There's different elections that's going to be coming up. Know the issues and make sure you go out and vote, okay? As well as we encourage everybody to join an organization that speaks truth to power and has a history of working for the upliftment of our people. So we say join the Universal African Peoples Organization. On that note, may God bless each and every one of you. Have a blessed day.